my name is Bilji. Welcome to my channel where you do as I say and not as I do. And this is the 5th episode of my road to my C8 Corvette. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how I started by selling and flipping lawn equipment like lawnmowers, blowers, and trimmers, and moved myself up to flipping cars. So let's get to it. So over here I have two examples. This chainsaw I picked up off of Facebook. This guy had it for $20. He's saying he was having a hard start problem, and I tried starting it there and then didn't start, but it cranked over. So the engine turned over. So I made sure the engine wasn't locked up. So what I was able to see, and just by starting it over there, was this bulb. I feel like it's either not seated properly or it's has a crack in it, because it's called a priming bulb. I mean, it's a priming bulb right here. So when I was doing that, you should be able to see fuel come inside this bulb, and then that's how, and then when you see the fuel in here, then your engine is primed with fuel. So when I pressed it multiple times and there was no fuel. So that's what my diagnosis is so far, or that's what I'm gonna see if the problem is at first with this one. So like I said, this one I picked up for 20 bucks, and if I can get it running and clean it up, like maybe use some wipes or whatever and clean this up, or just like spray and paper towels or rag or whatever you wanna use it. This should sell for almost $75, and it will sell quickly, especially where I live out in a little bit away from the city, so people use these to cut down trees, trim their trees and firewood and such. Especially winter is coming pretty soon, so this kind of item is a hot commodity right now. So this will sell very fast once I get it running. And this is the second item. I know I also showed you guys earlier, or not earlier, sorry about that. So this item, and I'll show you guys something later in this video as well, is this is my personal lawn weed eater that I bought brand new several years ago. I would say like almost like 8 or 9 years ago I bought this weed eater, and I actually tried to sell it, and it was running fine. I don't know, when I tried to sell it, it just started to have problems. I was only selling it for $40, but I did some diagnosing. So I noticed the fuel line that's going inside has a crack. So I feel like it's sucking air and choking out. So what I did is I went to Lowe's and I picked up a fuel line kit. This was only like $3. And you're not going to use all of it on here. You're probably going to use maybe 25% of this material, and then you can save the rest for whenever you need. Same with this for this primer bulb. I had purchased I think it was it was a weed eater as well. It was a weed eater like this one, but it was a different brand weed eater or trimmer. And it had, you can clearly see the priming bulb had like cracks in it. So I bought a kit off of Amazon for a few bucks, and it came with 3 or 4 priming bulbs. I should have extra priming bulb. So that's the thing, once you start getting into a rhythm, and then you start collecting parts, and then you buy them, and then and then you just save them, and then you can use them on other projects that you pick up. So I'm gonna start with the easier one, which is the weed eater, because I already know what's wrong with it, and I'm very confident it's the fuel line. So let's change out this fuel line and then see if it because what happens is when you start it and you give it gas, it like bogs out. It runs and it bogs out. If it's like full of fuel, it will be fine because there's no air. Once like the fuel gets low, or if you like turn it sideways or something like that to do edging, it starts to like bog down and shut off. So I'm going to change that fuel line, which is inside the tank, and it has like a weighted filter so that way it can like follow the fuel wherever it goes. So we don't need to change those, but I'm just saying, you know, that's how it is. I'm gonna show you guys inside here. So the fuel, there's like return or something like that, and then this is the one that goes in there. And I can see that, like, you know, there's the fuel line, and then this one is missing. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's like when you turn it under. I don't know. Like I said, I just go along with it and just figure it out on my own. I'm not a small engine mechanic or expert, I guess, by any means. I just do it, and then I learn as I go. So I have these really long needle nose. So it looks like this just goes in there. Okay. Let's see if I can fish that out. So I'm gonna use this as like a hook thing. Came with my screwdriver set. I'm gonna grab it with this. Oh yeah, this fuel line is toast. Oh, it's falling apart as I'm pulling it out. Oh no. So that is definitely our culprit. The fuel line just disintegrated when I pulled it out. Look, it's falling apart. So, you know, it's like I said, it's not that hard to do this stuff. It's as long as you're a little bit mechanical, and then you have that mindset of like able to like fix things, and then you're like always like interested in that, then you'll be fine, you know. So I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna cut it. Right here, and then yeah, definitely this fuel line is gonna be our culprit. I'm just gonna replace the whole thing because yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, this fuel line is definitely gonna be our culprit. So here we go. I was able to just like pop it off. Sorry, it's like really hot in my garage, but you know it's gonna get cool pretty soon. This is already mid-August, so not too long from now it should be cooling down. So let's see. Hopefully this is long enough. This is like the correct size. Oh yeah, this is plenty long. So, how should I use this? I think this is the one because of the, yeah, this looks like the one. The one is what do you call it? Puffed up or whatever you call it. So I'll put this and on here. Here it is. Alright. So here you can see, I'll put light. So you can see that it just slips onto this like that. And then there's a hole right there. We're gonna, you know, feed this through. I just wanted to show you guys this part, like, you know, where, you know, how it just slips on. It's super easy. Just a little bit finagling. good. I'm gonna feed this through this little hole. There we go. I guess I'm gonna use this, my handy dandy hook thing. There we go. Now we're gonna take this. It's basically a weight, and I think it also like is a filter. I'm not sure. I'm not like I said. I'm not I'm not a small engine expert, but from what I think, it might be a filter. But one of the things is since it's weighted to follow the weight of the fuel, you know, wherever the fuel goes. So then now I gotta slip this on here. This seems a little small, we'll see. But we probably need that. There it is. Oh, it's perfect length. I'm just gonna almost had it there. There. So just gotta be patient with it. Alright. I'm gonna slip. I got it on there. I want to get it on there really good. You could put some oil, like engine oil, on there to lubricate it to help it like slide on there better. I mean, 2-cycle oil would have been great. Now I think about it, because you do have to put fuel mixture in here, which is you know, a little bit of 2-cycle oil and then gasoline, unleaded fuel. So gotta use that, but I think we're gonna be fine. So I'll put this back in here and put this in here. Ooh, it's hot. Just wipe my face with my shirt. Hot shop life, I guess, you know. Alright, so this one, you know, usually it is as simple as this. I know you guys are like, oh, you know, it was his personal or whatever. Since I'm not into that, and I have moved on to cars, so I had these few projects that I needed to do. So I was like, it's a good opportunity to show you guys how much of a project that I usually want to take on. If it was anything more than this, I would not recommend it, because then you're going to have a lot of time and as well as money and parts in it where it's not worth or it's not profitable. So you know, a $3 fuel line, most of the time it's just something as simple as just cleaning out the carb with this stuff. These cans are like about like $1.99 on sale, and I bought a bunch of these. I have like a case of them because I use them on cars. They're good for cleaning parts and also like to clean out the carb on this. So now I'm gonna go outside and test this out, and I'll bring you guys along, and then next we'll work on the chainsaw. So here we go. We'll shake it up, mix all that. So like I said, make sure you turn it on. That has been one of my issues. Like, I'll just forget to turn it on. So full choke. I can see the fuel going into the line and going in, so you know, I know it's fine. So let's see. now I can see it go back. The same issue I was having before. Turns on, then it just bogs down. So I'm trying to see what it could be. What I'm doing here is there are these two adjusters on the carburetor that you can adjust it, and then it's running too lean or too rich. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more fuel. I'm just gonna try to use this, but they do make a special tool, and it's like a looks like a valve stem tool, and then it has splines, and then it just like you so you can turn these little screws. There's a lot of ways you can do this. I have seen people, they have taken the screws, the little the knobs, and they put like a little cut on it, and so they can use a regular flathead onto those. But I'm just gonna try to turn it with this. But I'm gonna move on to my table over here. I have an outside table. There's another thing that I keep around is these memory foam pads that we bought like a long time ago, or you can find a memory foam on a lot of products or things around the house that people usually throwing away. So I keep a bunch of these for my, I use them for, like, same here, like if I need to make a little filter, if I lost it, or the old one is just cruddy and falling apart, they work great for those. I have also used them to apply wax on cars. They make really good wax applicator pads. I have used that, and then I also used microfiber cloth. So I took a microfiber, like a small microfiber, and put the memory foam pad in there. I kind of sewed it together and made these like foam applicator pads for wax and things like that. So just keep you don't have to keep a lot, just like a small, like a foot, like a 12 by 12 piece rolled up somewhere, like under your workbench or somewhere, and they come in handy. And I have some. So I don't know if it made any difference. I did try to do that, turn these the dials in here to adjust it, but it's not. I'm not sure, but I do see fuel in here, so that's good. I'm just gonna tighten things up. It just bogs out. It's like it's not getting enough fuel from what I think. So with this one, since I wasn't able to turn those adjustment things, I might have to order a small tool to adjust it, because I wasn't able to turn it with my little a screwdriver or whatever I have. So I will go ahead on Amazon and order that part and the tool, and then see if that was the problem. More than likely that's what it is. I can see one of them is turned in all the way. It needs to be turned out to let more fuel into the system. So when I press the gas, you know, it just bogs out. It's like either not getting enough air or not enough fuel. So air, I don't think it's a problem. It's a small little motor. So my guess is it's not getting enough fuel. So let's just try it again. So these are the little adjustment things that I have to get with this tool. So here's the tool that I have. So I have to use this tool to do the adjustments and see if we can get this going. So I'm gonna put you guys over here. Alright, with this simple tool, that trimmer, gas trimmer, has never ran like that since I bought it brand new. I think like once or twice that I have used it when it was brand new, it worked pretty good, but it's been finicky since the day I bought it, and I was like what's going on? But now with this tool, this gas trimmer is working really good. Let's do this outside. So let's look at this one. Let's check fuel. So it does have fuel. Brought some stuff. I'm gonna try to fish this fuel line and see if it's even connected to anything. And then there we go. We found another fuel line problem. So the fuel line was just, again, not even connected to anything. So that's why this thing is not starting. So let's open this up, this area, and then see. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. This, I would say like 90% of the stuff that I have picked up like this have been really simple things. But like I said, there were some lessons learned, and I want to teach and tell you guys so you guys don't make the same mistakes. So pick up only stuff that is complete. This looks complete. There's nothing missing. Doesn't look like anybody messed with it. It's not like, you know, come in pieces. You know, you don't want to pick up a box of parts. They have this weird pattern, and I have encountered this before. It's like a flathead. So there is a flathead right there, and then there's like a little weird star pattern. I don't know what it is. A special screwdriver. So I didn't buy that. I just used the. So I didn't buy that. So I apparently just used the flathead screwdriver. So let me go grab a flathead screwdriver. All right. I took you guys off camera and I did this. It took a little finagling and I didn't want you guys to be waiting. I should have did a time lapse, but anyways, I got all the lines connected. I used a combination of this line and this line that came in the kit, the fuel line kit, to get this done. There might be some fuel leaks here and there, but you know, with these small engines, that's how it is. So let's put this together and put some gas in it and see how it goes. Hopefully it works. As I'm priming it, I can hear it. Before it wasn't even starting. I hope you liked that video, and as you saw, it's not that hard to start off. All you need is some effort and put in some time and research, and it's possible. You just have to go onto your Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. The one that worked for me was the Nextdoor app. That's where I was able to pick up free items or pick up items for next to nothing. And if you like the video, please smash the like button and also subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that, so you guys don't miss all my updates on my road to my C8 Corvette, as well as the Mitsubishi Eclipse, the Fast and the Furious Eclipse updates, and then that build should be going coming up pretty fast. I'm just waiting for that car. It's just hard to waiting for parts to ship, and there's some shipping delays going on. That's everybody's dealing with that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.